Oi, oi. Yep. The twat with the hat's back. The bucket one this one. It's meant though. Nice and lightweight. Keeps the sun off my head. Yeah, so I'm up here for 3 days and I don't really want a headache. But anyway, what I'm going to try and do, rather than doing these vlogs every time and boring you to death, but like I said, it ain't for anybody else but yourself really, but if you watch them and you enjoy, happy days. Yeah, what was I saying? There's a video editor on my phone which I've been toying about with, so what I'm going to do is a few of these, as and when, wherever, whether action happens or not, and then try and string it all together, like edit it and stuff. I mean, I'm not a whiz at that sort of stuff, but it looks pretty straightforward. And I'll be asking my cousin Wayne for some help if I get stuck. He's quite techie, bless him. So yeah, basically I'm in the, I don't even know what this swim's called. I'm gonna call it the road swim, I think. Basically it's a swim where the blacks come from before. Lloyd had out of there, Scott Lloyd, I don't know, a couple of 3 years ago. However, with its conditions warming up, they ain't gonna be far away from spawning. So I should imagine, being that this is like the shallower end of the lake, the reeds, probably where they'd spawn, I'd imagine. Yeah, I can't say I've seen any definite sightings, but I haven't seen anything anywhere else either. So yeah, the little plan I going down in Hotel Corner, I'm gonna hold fire on that one. I'll just probably move back in there once they spawn, because hopefully they'll be up for a feed up then. Obviously, as I say, I've got the areas and whatnot marked down on my phone, mapped out on my phone. So if I want to drop back in at a later date, then happy days, I can do that. But yeah, for now, I think it's a case of trying to have one, if I'm lucky enough, before they spawn. And obviously, if they start spawning, I should be packing up and off. But yeah, at the moment, it feels like the one. This weather is obviously new. It's come out of nowhere. So, but I think we got it for at least the next week. You know, sort of solid 17 to 20 degrees during the day, and obviously the temperature at night, which is a big thing, I think. You can keep the heat in the lake. Kickstarts everything, doesn't it? And already the algae starting to go, and you know what I mean. So it ain't gonna be long for them fish are spawning, I don't reckon. But anyway, I shall add to this as and when, and I'll try my little editor thing when I get home, when I can suss out how to piece it all together. So yeah, I'll follow on with this later. Yep, it's that time of the clock. Well, rod's finally out and sorted. Yeah, well, I expected it to be quite weedy, but it's actually not. It's not too bad at all. Yeah, the only thing that is a problem at the moment is these fucking swans. Yeah, mate next door to me, he must have spawned the shit out of it, because they're on them all day. So I took advantage of it and thought I'd sneak a couple of little spawns out on each rod. I need like 3 or 4 spawns. Thinking they'd stay over there, preoccupied on what he put out, and nah. They were straight on me, but they're just ghosting out of the area now, so happy days. Yeah, barbecue's loaded up, ready to go. Just down there. The bats are out. Not far out, just fishing. There's some bars that run across here, so just fishing on them really. Yeah, give it tonight, and I should survey the situation tomorrow. Yeah, if the weather stays like it is, I think it's definitely a shout staying up this end. But if it doesn't, then I shall hatch another plan and be on my toes. But in the meantime, I'm going to crack on with a few of these, get the old barbecue lit, and chill. Bugger. Check that bad boy out, guys. Man. Bugger. Oi. Yep, I look tired. My eyes are battered with hazy. Yeah, glutton for punishment, but still, I'll be getting it here or I'll be getting it at home, so either way. Right, where to start? Well, first thing, I went back on the braids yesterday. I'm on the RM Tech bridge bunkie. And for some reason, the stuff will not sync in shallow water. Yeah, not the first time I had an issue with it. I had an issue with it on Flint last year, firing Flint, and Stevie's on the old Fox. I don't know, Submerge Mark II, whatever the fuck it is, camo stuff. And he had the same problem in the winter on Earlstoke, so I'm thinking it's just like a shallow water thing. It's bizarre. Yeah, it just, no matter what you do, it just comes up, which is annoying, because I woke up and it's like, really? All my lines, it keeps the birds off mine, but yeah, it's not the one. Not the one. So, what am I doing this morning? It's about 20 to 6 now. The weather ain't doing what I said it was going to. 100% cloud coverage today, so whereas yesterday it was like wall-to-wall sunshine, as the weather was saying. A little view. It's better looking at my ugly, what's the word? Hay fevered face, whatever, old and that. So yeah, the plan is wrap this lot up in a minute. Another supercharged coffee. Get on my toes, I think, back down to where I was. Just really because the conditions are, yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything up here this morning. Yeah, I didn't hear anything last night. And the birds know me where I am already, even though I ain't put minimal bait out. So yeah, on my toes. And I should add to this later. So far, not a pucker. Catch you later. Well, I've had a little move. Yeah, no surprise. I was getting battered by swans up in that top swim in the shallows, so yeah, pissing me right off. And the fact that the braid kept coming up, yeah, it's weird really. It's supposed to be sinking braid, but yeah, it's not the only time I've had it. And I think I said earlier, Steve's had the same issue with a different brand of braid, so yeah, it must be just something to do with shallow water, you know, all the suspended crap that you get in the water. I think it must just, I don't know, you think it'd weigh it down, but it seems to do the opposite. So yeah, I'm back in my swim, I say my swim, but in the hotel corner, where I've been doing a bit of time. I think I've done, what, 5 nights in there now. I put a fair bit of bait in, so yeah, when I got here this morning, got in here, I was up and in here by, it's been about 8:30, something like that, so early doors. Yeah, I was watching the birds, like, and yeah, there's no real activity of them diving on my spot, so yeah, I don't know whether they don't like it or there's none left. So what I thought I'd do is get the rods out and just chuck singles out. Yeah, singles out on Ronnie's. I mean, it's definitely a clear spot, but yeah, we're chucking Ronnie's out. You know, if there's any tension out over the spot, they seem to get hooked quite easy on a Ronnie. To be honest, I'm just intrigued to know whether there's any bait left out there really. So I thought, well, it was still fairly early, so I thought I'd stick the rods out on singles. There's bound to be a bit of bait, so I'm using like a particle with a little bit of halibut pellet. Get the words out. Halibut pellet crushed up, fair bit of boilie all crushed up through the Ridge Monkey crusher. It's probably had about, I'd say around 10 kilos, I reckon. Not much whole boilie, but yeah. So you know, it's definitely yeah, it's definitely not going to have taken all that out. Anything that's been over there, I wouldn't have thought. You never know. You know, carp could have been over it and cleaned it out, but it's unlikely, I'd say, at the moment, especially the way conditions have been. But so yeah, just kicking back now, have a cup of tea, everything's stowed and sorted. And I might have to have a bit of kit, so I was up at, got a stupid clock again. I think it's about 4 o'clock, maybe a bit earlier. I don't know, but I didn't sleep the best, and it was a right old bright night. Yeah, I think it was in my mind that, you know, my braid wasn't acting right and the birds were about, so yeah, it's always never easy to relax when it's like that. But the bastards can't get me now because I'm in 7 foot of water. It's a cracking spot. It goes down a nice bang. You got to be pretty accurate. It's not a huge spot, but yeah, and it's handleable when the wind's up. So I'm just going to rock with it really. yeah, I'll update us later on. But, oi. It's that time of the clock again. Yeah, wow, what an afternoon. No fish, obviously. But yeah, I've had quite a bit of rain. Yeah, not forecast on the phone as usual. Like I said, it's one of them jobs you get wrong every day and I'll get the fucking sack. But yeah, so it's just gone 5. I've left the rods out, no reason to wind them in. Happy with the update, so it'll last. So it's spotted, I don't know, a dozen, between a dozen and, I didn't count, a dozen and 20 spoms, medium spoms. Very last cast, crack off. Fucking hell. Yeah, so that's not good. And there's no wind whatsoever. I don't have it pick up on camera, but there's loads of willow blossom on the top, as you can see. It's nightmare stuff, especially on the braid. It just clings to everything, man. But yeah, braid especially, which is what I'm on. Speaking of braid, for some reason I'm having a bit of an issue with it. It's ridge monkey, sinking braid. I think I might have said this last night in the video, I'm not sure. And I'm in deeper water, it's still floating. And I even got captive back leads on. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's only happened on one line. But it looks like I've managed to get it down out of the way now, but it's very off-putting. I love using braid, but yeah, I might have to ditch that and go for something else. The trouble is, when you're talking about 100 quid to respool 3 rods, it ain't cheap. So yeah, might have to look into that and to reasons why it might float. Bizarre, really. It's sold as a sinking braid, so perhaps I might have to moan the ridge monkey and get a free one. You never know. Yeah, looking pretty rough. I had a nice kit this afternoon, but hay fever's battering my eyes. Not so bad on my nose, unless I'm down in the water for some reason. But yeah, it's definitely not good on the eyes. So yeah, that's basically it. Oh yeah, trotted down the van, got me box of dark fruits. The old barbecue set up ready to rock. I shall be lighting that probably about 7. Same time as the old Premier League dart semi-final start, which I'll definitely be watching on my phone. Yeah, a few ciders, barbecue, kick back, chill. Sounds like a pretty good Friday night to me. Is it Friday? Yes, Friday.